going on, everyone? Before we get started, just want to let y'all know that if you want to help us out, help support the show, become a member, send a super chat our way, and it'll really help us out throughout all of this, because a lot happens in life, and your boy Matt needs to keep the lights on. This neon M doesn't keep itself on, so yeah, again, be a member, send a super chat your boy's way, and with that being said, let's get this show on the road. Hello to all the positive people of the pop culture corner. It is your main man Meta here coming at you with another episode of the games that made us. And today, well, we're not really talking about the games per se. However, we are talking about them at the same time because, like every good thing that comes out, there has to be an adaptation of it, right? Books have been made into adaptations of film. Comic books are now one of the big things that have been a literal never-ending milking cow for Hollywood at the moment. They have adaptations. And video games are now the newest craze to be seeming to get a lot of adaptations going its way. And like all the previous two mediums, some are good, some are bad, and then there's some that are so god-awful that we wish we could purge them from our brains with that Men in Black stick that helps you wipe your memory out. Yeah, before we get fully going in, let's see who we got going on in the chat. We got let's see. We got our boy Don. What's going on, Donovan? Yeah, we're gonna be talking about both TV and movies today. Got the Recovery Bros. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Got our main man Nick. What's going on, Nick? And we got Adam in the chat. I see. How we doing? All right, y'all. All right, so for this episode, this is one of those few rare times where gaming and cinema collide. It's a crossover, as it were. And because it is a crossover, I decided to bring some people on that know a thing or two about cinema, because I know a thing or two about gaming. And let's see if we can make a Reese's peanut butter cup of entertainment here. That is one of the worst analogies I have ever had. With all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in for me, ladies and gentlemen.
Man?
Ty,
how you doing?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I know cinema.
You know cinema?
I know cinema. Yes.
You have Martin Scorsese's seal of approval.
Yes, I have. I have the approval of the gods. On the cinema aspect, the video game aspect. Listen, I have been getting into it. I played. I'm continuing my Batman gaming thing. Like I'm just continuing the story. I'm like a third of the way. I'm very slow, but I'm getting there. I'm getting better at being able to control, and it's getting smoother. Like my fighting with Batman is getting smoother, and how I glide. So I'm getting good. It's
getting good, folks. All right. Let me ask you this: since you're playing the Arkham games, I know that you're a fan of the Snyderverse. Could you, when people saw Ben Affleck in Batman v Superman, the warehouse scene gets compared to the Arkham combat a lot. Do you feel that that's a fair comparison since you've been playing the games and you have seen that scene?
The very brutal style of it.
Yeah.
Like the vertical takedowns and the combinations, like the way Ben moved the way Richard moved in that scene, it was remarkable. Like he was everywhere at once. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? That felt very like this Arkham game where, Batman's obviously it's a video game. It's got a little bit more like suspend your belief for what he can
suspension
do.
of disbelief. Like Batman does like 3 spins in the air before he lands a punch down on someone's head. Like
right.
that's
and then he's immediately able to turn around and kick the other guy in the head.
Yeah.
At the same time as throwing a batarang at criminal A.
Yeah. And I mean, another example of video games being adapted to movies in terms of fighting is in No Way Home, the scene where Spidey like kicks Goblin up in the air, and then like uses his webs to like slingshot himself like onto Goblin through the floor. That's from the Spider-Man PS4 game.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that was dope.
So
was dope to see.
that's what I want to play is the Spider-Man games. That's like, but I have to buy them. And right now, I'm only doing PlayStation Now or PlayStation Play, whatever.
You have a PS3 or PS4?
4.
Okay.
I just started light, so
okay.
to get a feel.
Bro, I could get you a copy of fucking Spider-Man if that's what we're talking about. Because Miles Morales and the original Spider-Man are both on PlayStation 4, so I got you.
Okay. All right.
Because prepare to see pure, like, if No Way Home is Spider-Man cinema, like this game is like peak like gaming for Spider-Man. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, but the Arkham games are really fun, and they're all free for me to play. I don't know if they're like lacking anything because it's on the like Netflix style of the PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
But, they're really fun for me, but I lose like maybe 30 to 40 minutes in, I lose interest. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm not, I don't get it. I don't get like the
grind.
The neurons don't fire for
Okay.
like they do for some other people.
And
But when I'm watching a movie, speaking of what, I wrote this touching little thing on Twitter today.
Okay.
Maybe we could bring it up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring it up. So just to make my point. Let's see how I can do that, because I know we can do that. Okay.
All right.
So let me zoom in a little. Or I think I can click it and it'll be big. Is it bigger? Yeah, that's bigger. So I said, I cried 2 times during The Adam Project. Guys, The Adam Project is a new movie that came out on Netflix. It's with Ryan Reynolds. I cried 2 times during The Adam Project. And I said to Ryan Reynolds, I'm blown away with this film and to Netflix. I felt every single emotion. Maybe it's because I lost my mother, but this movie got me in the feels. It was also just amazing. Like, it was such an original sci-fi film. It was so original in its nature. It took a genre that maybe had been beaten to death, but in a different way. And there's it's got time travel, it's sci-fi, but when the dialogue was what got me, and Sean Levy did a great job directing. Ryan Reynolds played, because Ryan Reynolds is he's from the future and he's with his 12-year-old self. Like, he comes back in time, and he's stuck, and he's stuck in the year that he's 12 in. So he sees himself, but what happens throughout it? I mean, it's an amazing movie, guys. Definitely check it out. That's my recommendation of the week is The Adam Project on Netflix. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It'll make you, like, the action's exhilarating. They did a great job with the VFX. And that brings me to my point is these movies are getting to the point where half of it's a video game.
Yeah, with all the special effects in them. Yeah, I mean, that's
with all the VFX, like
the VFX.
Movies. Yeah, and like, who's to say what the metaverse is gonna do? Like, are we gonna be able to go to the movies in the metaverse?
You can do anything in the metaverse. That's the whole point of it.
Right. So, like,
I've been thinking about
that. Well, no, but this is a real thing. I've been thinking about it. What if the future of movie going, and I don't know how this would work, but imagine the future of movie going wasn't in physical buildings. What if it was in the metaverse?
Kind of like what Fortnite's been doing.
Right.
With like the Travis Scott concert, and like they've been showing, like, I remember when Rise of Skywalker came out, like they had the first like they had the opening credits of the first like 7 minutes of the film in Fortnite.
Right.
I mean, and that's what Ready Player One's been doing. Like that's what the whole purpose is. Like the Oasis is like this metaverse where, IP, public domain basically owns all IP now, apparently, because you have Spawn, Raphael from the Ninja Turtles, Hello Kitty, and some anime character like Goku, all going like and just walking around and hanging out together, and it's just like it's so weird to see.
Right. Yeah, and but it's ultimately, I don't know. The metaverse scares me because I think, like, are we on the verge of that Ready Player One kind of world?
Well, I intend
in the next 30 years, I say yes.
I intend to, in the future, because I have seen the movie. I have both novels, Ready Player One and Ready Player Two. I intend to relook at a topic I did.
So there's
a
a Ready
ago.
Player 2 book.
Yeah, and they're already making the movie.
Well, I knew they were making the movie. I didn't know it was art. I didn't know there was a book.
There's Ready Player 2 already. But
oh, okay.
The topic is escapism versus immersion, because those are two different things.
Balance.
Yeah.
Right? Balance between the metaphysical world and the world.
Well, the difference between immersion and escapism is immersion is like when you're watching a movie and you escape into the world of that film, or when I play a game and I'm sucked into playing the game, like I am that character, versus escapism, which is you're escaping the reality that you're in currently, and it may be horrible, and you're escaping into those worlds to get away from everything. There's I believe there's a distinct difference, but like I said, that's something I'm going to be working on. That's going to be a big project, because I think that's a topic, that's a discussion that will need to be had, especially the further we get into this whole metaverse thing, basically.
Yeah. And the metaverse is like this. It's crazy. It's this crazy topic. It's this crazy thing that I think it's gonna change gaming. That's for sure. Like the number one thing it's gonna change. Well, I mean, aside from life, is gaming. Like gaming is gonna become second nature to people. Like, because gaming is objectively what you're doing while you're in the metaverse.
Right.
Like
but you saw Ready Player One though, right?
Of course I did.
Well, like you just like, there's a whole scene where they go into The Shining.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Like, if I could do that, holy shit, I am like, I am so down.
Not just watching Zack Snyder's Justice League,
but being able to jump into it and like have Darkseid. Like I could walk through the portal, like what?
I'd be terrified personally, because parademons would be crawling all over me, but
right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But
parademons are always a good scary threat.
Oh Jesus.
But so isn't, like, I forget what they dealt with, but so is what they dealt with. So, we gotta suck it up sometimes.
Yeah. They dealt with in this every movie being like a world you can go into would be insane. But like what we're seeing here, what we're talking about now, is like movies that are based on, or just not movies, but like IPs that have become or have found another life through adaptation as either a show or a game. I want to go ahead and just start with the biggest one that I still haven't caught up on yet. I'm so sorry. The Witcher.
I cannot believe that you're gonna sit here and talk about video game adaptations, yet having not seen arguably the best video game adaptation, and I'm not even a gamer. I officially just debuted the meta version of the pop culture logo.
Hey,
it's the meta corner logo.
There we go.
But I'm gonna slice off the pop culture corner and just give you a circle.
All right, awesome.
But yeah, there it is. So that's the color that I think fits. I was gonna go a little lighter, but it's very light. It got a little too light. A little too light on me on
that
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 one.
that happens.
Yeah.
That happens
So
every now and then. I'm taking
so
medication for
what
it,
is
but
your favorite video game adaptation and why? You know, by the way, I want to preface this conversation with saying I liked World of Warcraft.
okay. Let's. I think we should actually start there because that movie was
I
not
liked.
beloved.
What do you mean? That movie, if anything, deserved a sequel.
Like, here's my thing. I'm just saying. Like, how about this? Warcraft as a movie, special effects wise, impressive. Like, they got the lore down. They got the feel of that world down pat. It's just the story for me was just. I was like, oh my god, this is whew, this is a
Dude,
lot.
my little brother dragged me into that movie because I was driving and he wanted to go see it, and I had never played the games, but I knew of them because of who I was. You know, I'm a nerd at heart. I know what WoW is. Like every PC gamer ever. Like I used to go to this kid's house and he he had 3 computers and he was playing World of Warcraft on all 3 of them. Like
Oh
people
wow,
get
that's
super into
hardcore.
it. Yeah, people get super into World of Warcraft. So I knew that when my brother said he's like, "Oh, I want to go see the movie," I was like, "You know what? It sounds like something I'm into. Like it's got wizards, it's got everything I'm into. Orcs."
It's
And it
fantasy.
turned out I actually really loved the movie. And I was super stoked, and I was like, I think people are going to love this and we're going to get like a franchise out of it. But then the quote unquote diehard WoW fans just ripped it apart. And like all chances of it happening were. Did you know that Ragnar, the guy that played the wizard in, I don't remember his name. He plays Ragnar in he played in Vikings.
Okay.
He was in World of Warcraft. He left the show. The main character of the show, Vikings, got killed off to go be in this World of Warcraft series, thinking he was going into a 4-movie deal. And
so that was a lie.
So that was a lie. So he got, but now he's in that show Raised by Wolves. So he's doing okay now. So
he made the rebound.
Yeah, he did rebound.
Jeez, that's a hell of a rebound too.
God, man, see, this is what I miss about having a producer. So you can have them look stuff up for you. But
like WoW, WoW is such a very niche group that, and yeah, they're very hardcore and they're diehard about their stuff. Like Warcraft, so the way that the games are is it's Warcraft, and then World of Warcraft is like a sequel to that. So Warcraft is like the prequel to World of Warcraft, which is probably what they were setting up, in all honesty. But we'll never know because the movie's never probably going to get a sequel now, unless Microsoft Studios decides to have a film division now and do that. And honestly, if that happened, I would actually be for that because they'd probably also handle the next one that I'm thinking of, which is the Halo series. The Halo series is scaring me. I don't think they're going to do it justice.
So there's a series. Where's that coming out on?
Paramount.
When? Is there a trailer?
Soon. Yes. There are
Have
trailers.
you watched it?
I've seen the trailers. I've seen the trailers. I've saw the art.
Maybe we'll do some fair use here. I would like to watch that trailer. I've never seen. I did not know that there was a Halo series coming.
Yeah. It's let me see. Where's the release date? Oh wow! It comes out the 24th of this month.
And it's a show.
Yeah, it's a show.
Not a film.
Ty, the budget for this show is $200 million.
Yeah.
Okay. Budget.
So why do you think it's not going to do well?
The reason why is because, and this is going to sound stupid, but this is the main thing of Master Chief's character. They've been teasing that he's going to take off his helmet, and this is kind of like Mandalorian, right? Like Mandalorian, one of the cool things about Mando was that he didn't want his helmet taken off. Right. But Master Chief never takes his off, ever. So, like, it's just And there's a few other things, but yeah.
Okay, so let's give this a look-sees. Again, we do not claim credit for ownership of this video. This video does belong to Paramount Plus. We are simply just reacting and doing commentary over this Halo the series. Halo the series. It's got a nice ring to it. I'll give it that. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
It's intriguing. See, that's the thing, and that's what's good about me is I have no preconceived notion as to what to expect, and to me that looked really fun. And you know what? I'm probably gonna buy Paramount Plus just to watch that show now because that looks like something that I am going to fucking enjoy a lot. So okay, my questions vary.
Okay.
Now, in the game, you're controlling Master Chief. I get that.
Yeah.
In this, they're controlling Master Chief. Is that something that's like supposed to like mimic me, the player, or is that like also in the game? Like someone's controlling him in the game?
The main thing of
Because I don't understand that.
So like the first Halo game, there are these rings called halos, and the main part of the first game is basically to protect the halo that humanity has. Master Chief as a character, like I can't even like I'm going a little fast for myself, but yes, there is so much lore. There is
so Halo, there's a lot to it.
Yes, Halo has so much lore, like those aliens were the Covenant. They're the main villains of the first game and the second game.
So do you think this show will do a good job of telling me what Halo is? I guess that's the real test of a video game adaptation or an adaptation at all. Is it going to do justice in telling me, someone who has no experience with, I've literally never played Halo. I've played Halo twice in my life for 13 seconds each before I put the controller down. I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I don't want to play. And it was at like, one of them was at a party. So you can imagine my actual investment into, like, someone handed me the controller and I was like, beer? Like, you know, so back in, what a wildcat I was. Now look at me. On Saturday night, I'm sitting here talking about Halo.
Video game movies. Video game adaptations.
On set. By the way, I just had a birthday on Saturday.
Hey.
I mean, on Sunday. So I'm officially 29. I thought I was 29 last year. I don't know if I told you that story.
It happens.
Did I tell you that story?
No.
So I thought I was 29 all last year, but I was actually 28. Literally, I told people that I was 29. I'm on record on my show saying that I'm 29 for this whole year. And come to find out, nope, I actually just turned 29.
Ty of the Pop Culture Corner exposed.
Exposed. I literally lied about my age for a full year to people everywhere. Employers.
Oh, God.
Everything. Well, I put the right year, but what I told them, they were like, oh, yeah, how old are you? I'm like, oh, I'm 29. In reality, I'm writing March 6, 1993.
They didn't even correct it. That's
So
that's also on them then for just not correcting it.
Yeah.
You can't make this shit up.
Thank you, Doomcock. You can't. So here's something I want to talk about. Speaking of Batman, so Grace Randolph, I'm going to talk about this more in length on my own show tomorrow at the Pop Culture Update. But Grace Randolph came out with a scoop about Batman. So Affleck not dying in The Flash now is what her report is. And this is just another case of a scooper playing both sides of the story. So the whole Affleck thing and like the Pattinson thing, you know, it's and the Keaton, right? 3 Batmen. Then if you're gonna include the Batman on Titans, that's 4 Batman characters. men on the screen at once. That is a lot. So to kill one of them off, two of them off, I don't know. You might have to. You might have to.
We'll just have to see, because like,
Well, Robert Pattinson for right now exists outside of all of it. But and now the DC brand has pushed back half of their 2022 slate to 2023. So they literally put an advertisement in front of the Batman 2022, and it outlined the Batman, Aquaman, Black Adam. What was the other one?
The Flash.
The Flash. And now, what? Three of those movies are pushed.
Black Adam got pushed back to late this year. Flash got pushed back to next year, and Aquaman got pushed back to next year. Shazam got pushed up.
Yes. So we all knew. So a lot of people are thinking, and the Snyderverse fans are obviously gobbling this up as, they're doing reshoots because they're going to incorporate the Snyderverse back into it, yada, yada, yada. Like, that's just, please, let's not throw fuel on that fire. But, we don't know. I've been saying that they're going to delay the Flash for a long time because I think No Way Home scared the shit out of them. I do. I think No Way Home scared WB so bad.
As it should have, because once again, Marvel beat them to the punch.
Well, that's the thing. DC was going to beat them to the punch. DC had the idea theoretically before. DC had announced the Flashpoint style movie before the multiverse was confirmed in Marvel.
Even before Spider-Verse, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Right around the time of Sony's Spider-Verse movie, but
because that, like, after Spider-Verse is when Marvel fans were like, "Hey, what if we had a live-action Spider-Verse?" And Sony was like, "We're not interested in that at this time."
Right.
Behind the scenes, like, for the love of God, go ahead and make that the third movie.
So DC beat Marvel to the punch with the whole multiverse aspect coming out last year at whatever DC fandom saying like we're doing the multiverse, yada yada yada. That was all confirmed before Marvel confirmed the multiverse. They were in the midst of teasing it, whatever, etc., so on and so forth. But DC definitely beat them to the punch with announcing it and integrating it. But No Way Home just absolutely tore expectations out. And I think they got nervous with what they have with the Flash. I think I don't know. Especially after the Batman, like the success of the Batman. Like it's just DC. I really don't envy the situation they're in.
I don't either. I think that
Doomcock is the Riddler.
The
Jesus.
Flash has been delayed so many times that it's like the Elden Ring thing. Like this movie doesn't exist. This movie's not real.
Right.
Until I see it in theaters, it does not exist. It is a myth. You are lying to me.
Yeah. So it's crazy. But you know what else is pretty crazy? The fact that you haven't seen The Witcher.
That transition though. Listen,
that's what really pisses me off.
Listen,
there's not a single reason why
there's no reason
can say, "Oh, I'm a video game fan."
There's no reason.
And I didn't watch The Witcher.
Well, Jack mentioned earlier in the chat that the show takes it's based on the books, so it's based on a set of novels, and the show is supposed to happen in between where the novels end, I think, and where before the games begin. It's weird. I do intend to start it up soon because I didn't they have an animated spinoff of Geralt's his mentor?
There's an animated version. I have not watched it myself. Y'all know my feelings on animated stuff. So why keep talking about it? I tried to watch the show, the boys one, Diabolical, on Amazon. I couldn't even get through 20 minutes of it. I was like,
that's
oh,
Justin
God.
Roiland and all that. That's
Yeah, I was like, this is terrible. Like
Or
this
not
is
Justin
terrible.
Roiland, Dan. This is Dan
No, it's
Harmon.
Seth Rogen.
Oh, Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg wrote it and
Okay.
did it. Same as The Boys, and it's like it's The Boys Diabolical, and it's 8 different stories. It's what do they call that?
Short stories.
Anthro.
An anthology.
Anthology. It's an anthology of 8 different stories.
Okay.
And it's all but in the first one, there's like no talking, and I don't know. I can't get into it. It's so.
The only time I've ever seen like an animated show pull off the no talking thing was an episode of BoJack, where it's just done it's done so well that it works that they don't talk in it. Like it's just fantastic. Also, the setting and theme just also help with that. But anyway, yeah, I intend to get into The Witcher, but Netflix themselves have a slate of video game adaptations they're doing. They're doing one for Assassin's Creed. They already have Cuphead out. They have The Witcher.
So that's another thing. That maybe this is another controversial one. I enjoyed Assassin's Creed.
The movie?
With Fassbender.
Okay.
But I didn't know that they screwed it all up. I was unaware of the fact that because when someone fundamentally explained it to me how it's supposed to work, and then I looked at the movie and I was like, yeah, it's not right.
Yeah.
But I know what they were trying to do. Like I get what they were trying to do in Assassin's Creed, but they didn't nail it on the head. They definitely went their own direction and took liberties. That's 100%. So maybe that's where they fell. Because again, you have these built-in fan bases of these. That's gonna be your money. That's your money market. That's your guaranteed money. And if you don't have your guaranteed money, forget about word of mouth. Forget about people picking it up on their own via recommendation, because it's not gonna have a big opening. So it's not going to spike. So it's not going to recommend as like top 10. And, you're going to go down that road and it's going to get barely watched. So,
yeah. And that's what happened to Assassin's Creed. The one show that.
So who's making the Assassin's Creed series?
Well, Netflix.
Is it a series or a movie?
It's a series.
Good. So I'm glad that these are all series, because I'd like to see. I like the 8 to 10 hour window to tell a story, especially with the success of The Witcher, which is so hard to say, like when you haven't seen it, because the success of The Witcher has led to all of these things being hard greenlit, and that's really the reason.
Well, it's a mixture
The Witcher
of that.
is the reason.
It is the big reason, but another, the follow-up to that was when Netflix made Castlevania, and that is such a good show. I loved Castlevania. I loved every season. I'm so glad they're doing a spinoff based on the other games. And then Arcane from League of Legends, that was the recent one that's been getting a lot of press that
Arcane?
Arcane. It's based
I've
on...
heard about it. Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been getting a lot of good press. And then there's one they did for Dota, which is like a... Dota is a... Oh my God.
I know what Dota is.
Yeah. And then, of course, they have the Cuphead show now, which is doing numbers for them, and that's fantastic, because Cuphead, even as a game concept...
Whenever anyone says Arcane, I always think Abby Arcane from God damn.
Oh crap. Yeah, what
the show that should the one show from DC, Swamp Thing.
Yes.
She's the main character in Swamp Thing, Abby Arcane. And that show they need to bring that show back, and they need to bring it back. Hashtag bring back Swamp Thing. Get it out. Get it popping.
Hashtag bring back Swamp Thing.
Hashtag bring back Swamp Thing for season 2. It's so much better than Titans. Watch Swamp Thing and then watch Titans, and tell me which one should have got the second season. I mean, yeah, Titans was good, I suppose, but
Titans is a mixed bag, but people just love Swamp Thing, it seems, across the board. Except the fact that they canceled the damn show. Well, no, that's just
They
ridiculous,
canceled
though.
it. By the way, they canceled it before the season aired. So
Oh my god.
so people were like, why the would I watch it? Like it's gonna leave me on like a plot hole. Like it's gonna leave me wanting more. And I couldn't even the pandemic started and I was so craving and starved for content that I watched it at the beginning of the pandemic. And I was like, I cannot believe this show is canceled. So I am on the bring Swamp Thing back Swamp Thing train. Get it going. It should be trending every day, like Henry Cavill trends every day. Batfleck trends every day. Also, bring back Swamp Thing. Should be trending every day. Restore Swamp Thing.
God.
Hashtag the swamp cut.
The swamp cut.
The swamp. The swamp.
The
cut.
swamp cut. Jesus. I just looked into how many gaming adaptations Netflix is doing, Ty. It's absolutely insane. So the Assassin's Creed one is going to be a live action TV series and an animated series. I believe the live action one is the first one that's supposed to come out, and it's projected to release either this year or next year.
Damn.
They also have one for Cyberpunk, Edge Runners. That's going to be an anime made by Trigger, who did one of the Star Wars Vision short, or two of the Star Wars Vision shorts. They're fantastic. There's going to be an animated Splinter Cell series. There's going to be a animated Tomb Raider. Beyond Good and Evil is getting a live action Netflix film, which that
Tomb Raider movie sucked.
I didn't mind. Well, hold on. You mean the old ones or the new ones?
The new one. The new one sucked.
I didn't mind the new ones. I mean, I have more gripes to
all of them
about.
Suck.
Well, I have more gripes about the old ones just because, like, yeah, Angelina Jolie looks like Lara Croft, but the scripts are terrible.
Yeah. And then with the new one, the girl didn't. I don't think she fit. And like,
no,
and then
she
the story
fit.
Was
she
boring.
fit the new image that they're trying to. So Laura, original Lara Croft was like a bustful babe type gal, and this new one is going for more like I'm gonna just say it, a female character going up against the odds that are put in front of her type of fit.
I got you.
Yeah, more modern take. But damn almighty, they have a Sonic animated series. They have a Dragon's Lair live action film.
Sonic is where it's at. I forgot Sonic's another one that really pushed the envelope for video game adaptations, because the success of Sonic is, dude, that second Sonic trailer. Woo! I mean, that's the trailer for the second Sonic when they bring Knuckles in.
Oh yeah,
it's game over.
And we've talked about like,
and we're getting the Master Emerald, like the big gem, the Master.
Yeah, you're right. The Master Emerald. You were right.
Yeah, the Master Emerald, and dude, there's so many possibilities. So many possibilities.
Like we said, like they are making a franchise out of this.
I was kind of hoping it wasn't the Master Gem and it was just one gem, and we would get like a storyline about them having to collect all the gems, you know what I mean? The storyline would be collecting the gems to get to the Master Gem.
Well, that would be like the Chaos Emeralds would basically then be MacGuffins.
Yeah, or like Infinity Stones. Like they would show up in movies. You know, if you want to do a spin-off of like I don't know, whatever character, like a different one. Yeah, well, Knuckles, Tails, whatever. If you want to do a spin-off of what, you know, whatever comes next, like whatever we get next. Even, dude, a Robotnik spin-off, I think it would be so funny. Like with Jim Carrey and that other guy
explaining like what happened to him between the films. That would be
great. Yeah, like a yes, exactly. Because how did he get back? I hope they. I mean, I hope they tell us a little bit about it, but I don't want them to waste too much time on it. Because I want to go like right into like the silliness of it all. Because when you're going to see Sonic, it's silly, like it's silly.
The references that they had in that first movie made me like happy as a fan. And that's, we were just talking about, you know, if you can't please that guaranteed money, Sonic pleased that guaranteed audience, and it was the last big successful movie before COVID hit.
Yeah, Sonic, man. And then yeah. Oh yeah, that is right. Sonic, yeah. That is the last movie I saw before the pandemic struck.
Yeah, it was the last one, and because of that, like it became the highest grossing film, or one of the highest grossing films of that year because of that. Other just to rapid fire them off, other projects that Netflix is working on is just The Division, which is based on Tom Clancy and all that. It's gonna have Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain a part of it as cast. There's gonna be some Far Cry. Blood Dragon anime series coming. Cuphead's getting renewed for season, quote unquote, season 2. Pokemon's on Netflix right now. There's a BioShock show coming. Devil May Cry has some stuff going on. Final Fantasy, Resident Evil. So like Netflix is like
Final
the home.
Fantasy?
Yes.
Really?
Final Fantasy.
Oh wait. No, I'm thinking Final Destination. Sorry,
Hold
never
on.
mind.
Never mind. Oh, so okay, my mistake. I'm gonna retract part of that. Netflix's involvement is not confirmed for any Final Fantasy project. However, there is a series. I think there is a series on the way because that franchise has so many fans. They have so many dire fans.
Yeah,
There was gonna be
a big one.
a Zelda series.
What about like Dark Souls and stuff?
Oh my god, Dark Souls one would go nuts.
Why don't they do that? I don't get it.
Well, I mean, like Dark Souls, like the Dark Souls fans, that FromSoft fan base is. You want to talk about people that would get upset if things were inaccurate? Oh Jesus, they would get so heated over the smallest things.
Yeah. So, so I do have to take off. I can't stay the whole time.
All right, man.
So I hope you have a good rest of your show, and here's to video game adaptations being successful and more mainstream, because the video game community deserves it as well. It's a golden era of adaptations right now, so it's all fair that the video game enthusiasts get theirs too. So hashtag bring back Swamp Thing.
All right, thank you for coming on, Ty. I always love talking to you, man. Oh, but yeah, hashtag bring back Swamp Thing. Hashtag the Swamp Cut. But yeah, guys, so we've come a long way since the first video game adaptations, as it were, because it wasn't always sunshine and rainbows. Like we just went over. Basically, we're in a golden age of gaming adaptations, but we have to acknowledge the rough road that we've come from. And that starts off with, in my eyes, the Super Mario Brothers movie. Not the new animated one, which I have very strong opinions of, and you all know that. But the 80s one, where it's live action, and it's just weird, okay? With the Mario Brothers 80s, the 80s Mario Brothers film is just weird. Let's just admit that. Let's just get that out of the way and go on about our day, all right? It is weird. It is not a good film. At all. Like, it is not at all. Oh, man. Donovan? No, and no. The animated Mario movie has I'm giving it one chance to impress me. I'm giving it that first trailer. If I am not sold on that, I'm not going to be a happy camper. I'm not going to be a happy camper. But the live action Mario movie, okay, I'll say this. The animated Mario movie could be bad in my eyes, but it will never be as bad as that live action one. That live action one is hot garbo. It is hot garbage. I'm going to go see it too. It's just, I'm going to see it probably, again, I'm going to see it if this first trailer impresses me. If it doesn't impress me, I'll wait till it comes out later, unless I get like some deal or someone else pays for me, basically. If someone else pays for me to go see it, I'll go see it. But other than that, I'm not seeing it. I am going to go see Sonic 2, though, because Sonic has earned my trust. He has earned my dollar. And also the fact that they put on the poster the Tails' voice actress. That made me very, very happy because voice actors, as I've said, that's my biggest gripe with the Mario movie is that voice actors don't get the credit and the recognition they deserve. And while we're on that, Cuphead being split into 2 seasons is a load of crap. The Netflix didn't want to pay the animators. They didn't want to pay the animators more money from what I've been told, or from what I've heard, so they cut the season in half. So season 1 it's supposed to have more episodes, but just doesn't. Donovan, you've sent something into my DMs, and I will. I'm going to hurt you, boy. Don't you dare mess with me. Sending me that damn Goomba. That ain't even a Goomba. Lord have mercy. But no, the Mario Brothers movie was just terrible. And then you have the Mortal Kombat films and Street Fighter, which, good God. Okay, the MK films have a charm to them. I'll admit that first. They have some moments and they have some charm. Street Fighter has its own unique level of charm because that film just Jean-Claude Van Damme, folks. That's all I got to say. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Funny enough, no relation to the wrestler Rob Van Dam, but that's beside the point. That film has one of the best deliveries with the actor who played M. Bison just going, "Of course!" It's iconic. It's so iconic. I'm trying to think of, let me see. Let me see. There we go. Get rid of that. Okay. I'm going to watch Sonic soon on Paramount Plus. I honestly, I need to get back on my movie collecting game because, I would have Sonic, I would have Spider-Verse, I'd have a good few others that I don't have physically, but I probably should for my collection. But, yeah, movies as video game movies, the MK movies had their moments of charm. They had their moments of, this is it's so bad it's funny type of moments. The new one, though, I personally like the new one. I know that may be a hot take, but I thought the new one was actually quite good. And I am looking forward to the sequel. If The Miz is not playing Johnny Cage, that is literally a waste of talent. You are wasting that man's talent. He was born to play Johnny Cage. And I think he would fit that ensemble quite well as Johnny Cage also, I might add. Because if you know The Miz as a wrestler, you know that he's going to put on his best cocky, egotistical performance ever. And it'd be so great to see him bounce off of who they have playing Sonya. That would just be so great. That would be so great. I don't understand why people didn't like the new one, in all honesty. I didn't think it was terrible. Compared to the first of the originals, oh my God, that is cinema. That is cinema. Oh, geez. I'm trying to think of more because then of course there's the Doom movie with The Rock. That no. They've failed to make a good Doom movie twice. How do you do that? Once, okay, I guess fine. But twice? What the hell? Seriously, it's Doom. You just have to add a lot of heavy metal, a lot of shooting, and a lot of demons getting their ass kicked. That's it. It's not that hard of a concept. It really isn't. I don't understand how Doom got up so bad. And as far as television goes, because television is a newer medium for gaming, and there are small little one shots, like the Uncharted one that I mentioned last weekend with Nathan Fillion. That's a good little short. Unfortunately, it's not an entire series, which that would be fantastic, but it's not. But it's whatever. I'm trying to think of more because there's just I'm gonna pull up a list. I'm gonna do myself a favor and pull up a list because there are just so many. So yeah, like you have the Mario Brothers movie, you have a Double Dragon movie, which why? You have Street Fighter. I'm gonna pull this up. Yes, now mind you, this is Wikipedia, but it still counts. So you have Mario Brothers, which is 1993, Double Dragon 94, Street Fighter 94, Mortal Kombat 95, Mortal Kombat Annihilation 97, Wing Commander, Tomb Raider, Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Resident Evil, Tomb Raider 2, House of the Dead folks, Resident Evil Apocalypse, Alone in the Dark. Wait a minute, Alone in the Dark. Wait a minute. Oh Jesus! And then of course there's Doom. Terrible. The Blood Rain film, which that's another one, man. That needs to get a remake. I think that Blood Rain could be a fantastic series as a game, as like a video game adaptation, but it needs a series, not a movie. Silent Hill, Dead or Alive. This is one of the signs of the apocalypse and how we have failed as a species. This movie, wait, someone tell me this is. It actually made $7 million worldwide. That's, oh my God. And you got, okay, I'll be honest. This one's a mystery to me. But you have the Hitman movie, which was, I'm sorry, it was bad, Donovan. The Hitman movie was bad. This one I haven't heard of. Far Cry came out in 2008. Max Payne with Mark freaking Wahlberg. Like, why? And yeah, Street Fighter, Tekken. Tekken's had a movie, Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal. Why? It was also a Disney film, mind you. This is a video game adaptation movie made by Disney. What even? Silent Hill, Need for Speed, Hitman, Warcraft. Here we go, Warcraft, and then Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider, Rampage, Dead Trigger. Good God. Detective Pikachu was the actual first good one. Really good one. Then Sonic came along. Then we went back into obscurity and blandness with Monster Hunter. Mortal Kombat was fantastic. I don't care what anybody says. Werewolves Within was what even? More Resident Evil than Uncharted. And then here we have what's coming out, which I want y'all to look at this because this is also just as important as far as I'm concerned. We have this many. This one is hilarious. The Minecraft movie is hilarious. Note that all these are not official, but a good majority of them are official. And I have heard from, I have heard most of these are still intact. So the Borderlands movie is still coming out. Borderlands is still getting a movie. Why? Sonic the Hedgehog 2, that comes out this year, folks. I'm looking forward to it. There's a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Why? And Blumhouse is the ones making it. That's just that. Oh my God. There's a Gears of War movie coming by Microsoft. There's a Ghost of Tsushima film by Sucker Punch and by Sony, and that's still happening. Just Cause and Just Dance. Why? I don't even know if these are still happening. Minecraft, I don't know if it's happening. Metal Gear Solid. They've been trying to make a Metal Gear Solid film or movie or whatever, or TV show for the longest. Mortal Kombat 2 is happening still. Portal and Rabbids are supposed to be having one. Sonic 3 was confirmed. A Space Invaders movie is weird. Another Tomb Raider movie. Okay. Saint Rose, I don't know, but Yakuza is coming out with something. Yeah, Just Dance is a movie. It's supposed to have a movie coming out. What even? And then of course there's an Angry Birds something or another coming out on Netflix. And then there's the Mario. That film. Ratchet and Clank is the first PlayStation property made into a film, and I liked it. I've already said that last week, but I liked it. And then live action wise in Japan, there has been a Yakuza Like a Dragon which is different than the actual game. Mind you, this is based off of the original games, even though the seventh game is also called it. Don't think about it too hard. You'll just confuse yourself. There's been one for Ace Attorney. These are anime. Let's see, Forbidden Siren, the House of Neko. Oh, geez, that's cats. And of course, Quartz Party, everyone's favorite. And then of course you have the animated films, which those are. I wonder who dominates the market with anime films. Pokemon, and a few yokai watch, and a few other, but mostly it's just Pokemon. You know, what the hell? Oh yeah, then there's the unreleased stuff in the West. Every night I dream about this movie being released in the West. Please release the Persona movie, the Persona 3 movie. Please, I beg of you, Atlas. Please release the Persona films, please. Again, we're gonna have to do a counter of how many times Meta can reference Persona in every damn game, in every damn video he does. But let's see what else they have besides Persona. There was a Dragon Age one. Really? Wait, Dragon Age. Wait a minute. Why did this not release in the West? Tekken, understandable. Like, wait, is that anime? It's animated. I don't understand why half this stuff doesn't come out in theaters. Okay, Fatal Fury movie. Understandable. It's just weird. It's just really weird. There's a Bayonetta film, and my eyes haven't seen it. I need to see this film. Hell, okay, question for y'all. If y'all would love for me, with, of course, the aid of, with the aid, oh, definitely gonna watch that one. I'm kidding. But if y'all would love to see me talk about and review these, because there is a shit ton here. Oh my god, even a lot more than I didn't know of. Oh, then of course there's TV films, like the Red Faction one that I didn't know of, and this is the one that I was talking about, which The Witcher: Nightmare of the Wolf. That's the one I want to see, and that's the reason I'm going to start watching The Witcher. Oh, if they do a Mega Man one, that'll be cool. That'd be cool. Oh my god, wait a minute. These are the. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. These are direct to DVD. So there was a sequel to the Blood Rain movie, and there's a trilogy. Third Reich, you love to see it. There's the King of Fighters one. Why? There is a Halo one. That is right. Yeah, if y'all want to see me cover these, oh god, I'm gonna do this as a part of my channel. I do declare, I believe I will. I'm gonna Injustice. Hey, what's going on, Jermaine? What's going on with you? Oh man, but yeah, if y'all want to see me do these, please let me know, because I'll absolutely put these in like a category for y'all, and I can review them. Oh my god, like look at all this. Anyway, but yeah, video game adaptations have come from from rock bottom. Actually, I would say below rock bottom, to now being one of the most profitable, because people finally understand the format. It's one of those profitable things, one of the most profitable new areas of IP that Hollywood has been able to find and get a hold of, because they finally cracked the formula. And I am happy, because there are certain stories, like for example, there is a Mass Effect show coming, and I am excited for it, but also at the same time a little hesitant, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I want certain members of my family to get into Mass Effect. However, because they're not a gamer and they don't want to deal with playing the game, watching a series based on it would be the next best thing for me to be involved with, or me to connect with them in a world that I want to connect in them with, It's one of those types of things. And that's why I'm hopeful for these shows. And I'm telling you, man, like, I know that Nintendo canceled that Zelda show on Netflix, but they need to do something with that, because that would be insane. That'd be nuts. That'd be absolutely nuts. But all right, y'all. I think that that's going to do it for me tonight. I want to thank Ty for coming on and talking to me for a good bit of time. It's always nice talking to Ty. And of course, I want to thank him again for letting me be a part of this. It's always an honor and a pleasure. We introduced the new pop culture logo, the new pop culture meta logo. That's going to be awesome. That's awesome to have. I thank him for that. But yeah, guys, with that, I just want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate it so much. If you could, like, share, and subscribe to the Pop Culture Corner, where you can always find me here on Saturdays and tomorrow on Sundays, where I do the games that made us on Saturdays, and I do Getting Into Gaming on Sundays. And I'll tell you this, tomorrow's topic, oh, it's going to be a doozy, and I actually look forward to talking about it with y'all, and talking about it with whomever wants to come on to my panel for that particular one, because it's going to be a doozy. But until then, again, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and of course, if you really want to help support the show, again, become a member. It really helps us out, and during my streams, if you want to send a super chat my way, that's another way you can help us out. But yeah, I just want to thank you all so much. I really love talking to y'all about this stuff. I just love talking about this in general, but the fact that y'all sit there and listen to my drivel makes me very, very happy as a human being. But until then, guys, yeah. And always remember this very important thing about us here at the Pop Culture Corner. And that is, we do it for you, and we do it for the culture. Until next time, y'all, good night. Stay safe. I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.